Renting an apartment in the UK as a newcomer, new immigrant, can be daunting. In this video, I'm going to break it down step by step, what to do, and how to rent your first apartment. Things to know when you want to rent your first apartment in the UK. Stay tuned. Welcome everyone, welcome to Shareful with Busola. I'm so excited to be back again. Thank you for all the love, thank you for the comments, the messages, everything. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Of course, on our channel we share on a variety of topics, provide useful information, we have fun, we have lovely conversations, and you already know today I'm going to be giving you the 411. Today I'm going to be breaking it down, giving you all the information you need to know when you're renting out your first place. Don't say I didn't do anything for you guys. And for those who have additional information, please drop it in the comment section below. Like I said, it's a conversation, right? Let's help a couple of people out there. Don't forget to share this video as well to people who you know would need this information. And like, the first thing you need to know, very important, before you start your search, is that you need to identify what your needs are. You need to decide what your needs are. So for instance, how many people will be moving into this new place? Is it just you? Is it a family of two? Or are there going to be more people? Excuse me. Are there going to be more people moving into the space? Kids, will there be young kids who will need space to run around? This critical factor impacts the kind of apartment you're going to, or the kind of space, I would say, you're going to be looking for. So is it a flat? Is it a house with garden, with the garden space? Is it a studio apartment? So studio now, everything in one space. So the kitchen, everything you need in one space aside from the bath and the toilets in a separate space. Then one bed, or a shared apartment. Are you coming by yourself? Are you coming as a student? I think the benefit of a shared apartment that I appreciate is that if you're coming by yourself, it can be lonely to do things, to do a number of things. And so living in an apartment with other people is almost like there are people there that you can interact with, so it's not super lonely, you understand, and people you can just talk to. I'm not saying they're going to be gist buddies, but you are not secluded, is what I mean. You are not removed from everyone. And over time, is what I mean. Over time, you can become friends. So I appreciate that about the shared space. The second thing you need to decide is, are you looking for a furnished or unfurnished apartment? Obviously, the furnished apartment is going to be more expensive than the unfurnished apartment. Is this somewhere you just want to move into with your toothbrush, so everything is ready? Or do you want to go somewhere there's nothing there, and then you want to build your own space, right? Over time, you can do it over time, you can do it all at once. So there's flexibility, and of course that's largely dependent on your cha-ching. If you're considering an unfurnished apartment, like I said, you can take your time to furnish the space. You can get your things everywhere. There are shops around, or you can check, is it B&Q for decoration, or Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so in Nigeria, I wasn't familiar with Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if it's vibrant, to be honest, in Nigeria, but over here in the UK, it is a gem. It's a gem, because you can get a lot. I was going to say literally everything, but you can get furnishing, you can get appliances from Facebook Marketplace. So it's pretty much someone has this thing, they will say what condition it is. There are some items that are very new. They'll tell you they bought this thing but they didn't like it, or they bought extra, they didn't like it. And there are some that are used but used in very good condition. And the good thing about it is that you pay after you have seen it and you are fine with it, right? Or you can decide what sort of payment, but I would advise that you okay the thing you've seen before you pay for it. The third thing is, do you want it to be in close proximity to your work, or a particular city, or do you want it to be a little bit farther away from the major city? Obviously, the farther it is away from the major city, the cheaper it gets, but the more expensive, the more you spend on transportation if you have to get into the city. So you need to consider that as well before you go. So those are the different elements that you need to have at the back of your mind before you start actively searching. Also, are you interested in things like schools within the area? So yeah, so those are the things you need to have figured out. So the next stage is to move right on to the online search. I would recommend, I tried and liked rightmove.com. Zoopla is good as well, but I preferred the interface of rightmove.com. So it's pretty easy to manipulate. Just toggle with the filter. So what do you want? How many bed space are you looking for? Do you want a garden? Do you want parking? What's your price range? It's so easy to manipulate. So you get a number of listings, and then you can check through the pictures. So some of them even go as far as uploading the video of the space. I recommend you have like a short list of a couple. So don't just land on one and say it's one and done, because it just might not pan out, right? You might get there and you discover that you don't like the space, or the landlord doesn't just give it to you, or for whatever reason it doesn't work out. So at that stage, don't have your heart set on one. You can have a couple, within the same, you can have a couple, and then obviously the next stage is I would recommend, please don't skip the step, is to go there and look at those listings. So what you can do is, if you have one within a particular cluster, you can dedicate one day to go there, and another one within a particular cluster, so you can visit those locations. Please go visit those locations. Very important. Also very important, use only credible platforms to search for your houses. I think for house shares, there's like a houseshare.com. Yeah, I think so. So please, just credible sites and credible platforms. I have a story. Okay. Someone wanted to scam your girl. Someone wanted to scam me. Yomo Naija. It's not possible. But to tell you the truth, the person that drilled me in. Okay, so remember I was talking about Facebook Marketplace, right? I was checking out, just playing with it to see what it looked like, to see what was available. And then I started seeing adverts for houses, and I saw this really beautiful one. My God, it was amazing. It was beautifully done. It was furnished, tastefully decorated. It was beautiful. And then when I saw the price, the thing was not, it wasn't gelling. It just wasn't gelling. I think it was a 3-bed apartment. Yeah, it was. It was a 3-bed apartment. It was so cheap. It was ridiculously cheap. And I saw it. I showed my husband. The guy was like, no, this thing is not looking straight, but like, have the conversation with the person. Do what you feel like. But let me know. Don't make any decisions yet. So I reached out to the person and she gave me one story about how, it's a house here in the UK, but she had gotten a job in Spain, and she just needed someone, almost like a caretaker, someone to just take care of the place, look after the place. So I was like, but you still don't want the money. You're charging this ridiculously. And she told me that the place that she threw me off was when what did she say? She was asking for money, but the thing wasn't even straight. The thing just wasn't straight. I just thought, beg, please. My brother used to tell me something. If he looks too good to be true, it most likely is too good to be true. So please be careful. Don't fall scam. Don't fall prey to any scam, guys. Your money is precious. We are doing naira to pounds conversion. That thing is heartbreaking on its own. So I don't want you to lose your money. Just credible platforms, okay? So next, once you've made your shortlist, contact the agent. They always leave their contact details, so send an email, but I'll suggest you follow up with a call, because you catch them very quickly. It might take them a while to check their mails. So reach out to them, give them a call, schedule physical viewings, or you can do virtual viewings as well because of COVID. But that virtual viewing, shine your eyes very well when you go there as well. You don't want what I ordered versus what I got. The spaces here in the UK are quite small. And then they do something very deceptive. They take the pictures very deceptively. They will zoom out very well. But once you get in, you see that the space is small. Okay, so seriously, once you go in for the viewing of the listings, check that you are fine with the layout, you are comfortable with the space, and very important, the neighborhood as well. Does it look dodgy? Very important. I remember when we were looking for our place, there was one we went to. It looked really nice. It had a garden, and your girl likes space. But when we got there, was a no. It was just it wasn't it at all. It was far from, okay, so number one, it was far from the bus station, and the place, it looked dingy. So no. Yeah, that was a good work for us. So please do that, check. And then yes, so once you find somewhere you like, let the agent know. It's going to ask for like withholding deposits, and pretty much is so that they can take that listing of the market and start their background search and every kind of search, follow due process for you. You don't want a situation whereby you want the house and then it goes off the market because you hadn't told the agent to get it out of the market, off the market for you. So they will charge you a withholding deposits, and run all sorts of checks on you. The bitter truth is, if you don't have a job yet, right, or you're working remotely, so you are still working for a company in Nigeria or something, or whatever it is, you most likely would need to get a guarantor to stand for you. So preferably someone who lives in the UK, works in the UK, and has verifiable source of income here in the UK. That's just how it is. Or you might be lucky enough, the landlord will just okay it. I mean, the guy just wants to, the truth is that the landlord, guy or girl, male or female, wants to make sure that you can afford the rent, right? You can afford to pay the rent. He doesn't want a situation where you come in and then that becomes an issue. So fair enough. So yeah, just have that at the back of your mind that might happen. And finally, once you scale through all the checks, you'll be called by the agent to come pick up the key, do a final walkthrough of the place, of the space, and voila! There you go, your first apartment in the UK. Now, even though it's the last stage, it seems like you're finally got to your place. It's very important that when you're going through like an inventory check of the place, because that's what happens when you get your key. The facility manager or the agent comes, walks the space with you, shows you all the cracks, the dents, the damage to this space, the already existing ones. They let you know that, okay, this is what we are aware, are the problems here. The reason why they do that is that once you are leaving, they do another check to see the state of the space, right? And if they need to make any fixes to the apartment, if they need to repaint, if they need to do whatever, if you've damaged something, they are going to pull it out of your, almost like a security deposit fee. So that's something else you pay a deposit fee. That money is secured, right? You get your money back as long as it's funny because it's quite unlikely that you get the full amount, but you most likely will get your deposit if the space is pretty much the same way you are living it, pretty much the same way you found it. So once you go in, test the lights, test all the appliances that have been provided, the refrigerator, the cooker, make sure it comes on. If it doesn't come on, please notify the agent before he or she leaves. And if you discover late, possibly same day, please send an email, take a picture, document it, and ask that they fix it for you. Before you pick up your key, you would have signed your tenancy agreement. Please read it carefully. Sometimes the landlord states, for instance, the number of occupants that can stay in the house, right? So they put a cap to say no more than 2 people or no more than 3 people and all that. So yeah, please read the agreement so that there are no issues, you have no issues with the landlord, right? Other tips I can give you is that once you've shortlisted a few spaces, once you get the address of those places, you can pop it up on Google Map, see what facilities, amenities are around the place. You can also see what the transportation routes also, right, or what the transportation system around that place looks like. I think I have given you everything I know. But like I said, fam, if there's any other point I'm missing, to you experienced Eucarians, don't mind me. If there's any other point I'm missing, please pop it in the comment section below. Like I said, we are helping people out there. We are doing the Lord's work. I told you liked the video, right? So that's it. We are at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and drop your comments in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.